ate with that intro. Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 5 of my Summer in Spain vlog series. Wow, how many parts are there? Don't worry, we are well over halfway through. Hold on, stick around. It's going to wrap up pretty nicely, you'll see. So we are fresh from Valencia City, and within the Valencia region is Alicante. Alicante was never on my radar until V suggested we go. Then it was my idea to stick around longer than we did in Valencia City. And it ended up exceeding our expectations. There was no hesitation, it was just vamos, let's do it. We stayed in Alicante for 3 nights at a hostel, but this hostel was a ways away from the coast. But it was like the highest rated in the area, and it had glowing reviews. It won an award or something like that, and I just couldn't pass that up. And the hostel also exceeded our expectations. More on our hostel later in the video. So yeah, after checking in, we did the usual and took a stroll downtown to the coast. Hola! The amount of tourists I've seen low-key take pictures, or even high-key take pictures of street performers and mascots in giant furry costumes, and not tip them? I don't know, from one tourist to another, let's make it general tourism etiquette to tip who you are obviously taking pictures of. Already noon, but our day just started. We are on our way to find out how to get to the castle on the hill. I still need to remember what the name of that is. Eso. Then on the way there, hopefully we'll find some breakfast. Entonces, let's have a good day. A stranger just came up to me and said that they like my panuelo. Oh, this is what I love about Spain. Después de comer y mucho bebido café, vamos al ascensor del Castel de Santa Bárbara. ¡Vamos, chicas! ¡Qué magnífico del mar! Uf. Creo que este ascensor no funciona. No funciona. Vale. Alicante, eres muy azul. Wow.
Y ahorita es esto cebolla, creo que.
Calamar. Ah, ok. ¿Y esto?
Cheese.
¿Queso?
¿Qué es eso?
Espinaca.
¿Espinaca?
Oh, perdón.
Vale, espinaca.
Carne y chicharrón.
Carne. Gracias. Gracias. There are two things I want to talk about what we just ate. The first is that V found this place on TikTok, and in the videos it seems very famous and crowded with lines wrapped around the building. But when we went around mid-afternoon, only about half of the room was filled up, but it did pick up while we were seated and started eating. And the second is that I had a spiritual awakening. I don't mean to be dramatic when I'm saying this, but I had to sit down with V several times and have this heart-to-heart with her, and I basically confessed to her, this is where I want to be eating. So during this trip, we did go to some sit-down fancy restaurants, and she did notice that I was not fully invested. I wasn't super excited about them, but when I was at a place like this where it's super relaxed and casual, I am having a fun time. I'm excited, I'm vibing, I am just feeling like my true authentic self. And after trying so many different kinds of food places, personally, deep down, I've come to the conclusion that this is the type of establishment that I want to spend my time and money at. If anybody is going to enjoy some food with me, I will be at my truest, happiest self at a place with the vibes are flip-flops and sandals over a suit and tie restaurant forever. And that's just me. To each their own. Possibly the best culinary experience I've ever had on this trip. Possibly of all of Spain. Possibly of my entire life. What are you asking me? Because I am the water fairy. Here to quench your thirst. I am the water fairy. Unsurprisingly, I am at the beach yet again, and I wanted to show you all a little bit of how I pack for the beach. So let's look at some beach trip essentials. If you've seen my apartment vlogs, you know my handy dandy towel that I've had for several years. I'm using as a pillow for today. And then I got this bigger towel that I was thinking of using as a mat at Decathlon. I love this thing. I've been using it as a curtain. That's how big it is. And then I got this bag at a gift shop, and I am obsessed with it because everything seems so high quality. And this is V's bag. I just wanted to show you all that she got it at Pride, and it's so cute because it has Lorca on it. And I carried a giant jug of water because we are two thirsty girls, especially at the beach, so it's very essential to carry a lot of water. This is my last night in Alicante, and I'm kind of just taking this time to walk around and vibe amongst the streets. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Should I climb it? Am I climbing it? Oh my god, I think I'm climbing it. It's happening, y'all. I'm climbing it. Ooh. Yes, Rainbow. Yes, 12 idiomas. Escuela Oficial de Idiomas Alicante, period. Y'all slayed that. Find the beauty in your city. I want to work there. Hello, ELI. Please hire me. Can I work here? Please? I did it. I climbed it. And this view is worth it. Yes. Slay. Oh, you know what also is nearby? El Castillo! Hola! Yes! Views are amazing! As is the final evening of my time here in Alicante, I just have some final notes I want to share from this city. So after the beach with Fee, she decided to stay at the hostel and chill while I went out for a walk. This was our third and last hostel on this trip. The hostel in Barcelona was very stereotypically a hostel, that being the not so great parts. The good parts was that our roommates partied every night we were there, so at least we kind of had the room to ourselves in a way. The second hostel in Valencia was average. It was good. It was pretty. But it was also figure it out on your own kind of thing. It would have been nice to have some sort of hospitality. I sensed this from the other hostel mates as well. And finally, the hostel here in Alicante was the best. What I liked the most was the communal kitchen. If I can recall, in all of the hostels I've ever stayed at, this was like the only one with access to a kitchen and fridge, which is so important to the point of a hostel in the first place. And for V, what I liked about this hostel for her is the community. I thought the kinds of people who stayed at this hostel were very friendly, and I mean, like, more friendly than the average hostel goer. We're both shy and we're both introverted, so it was honestly quite refreshing to be able to talk to people so freely and openly. On the topic of community, I really enjoyed my walks in Alicante. In between the hostel and downtown, I witnessed very lively neighborhoods. My favorite thing that I saw every day were these groups of old people sitting around music and taking turns dancing. That's like the true essence of life. I think at the core, this kind of vibe is why often so many people seek towards Spain as a place to live and eventually retire. Some other notes, cash is more used in Alicante. Back in Madrid and other high populous cities, you could do anything with cards. But here in Alicante, they're still much with cash. Also, Alicante is a bus city. I am so used to using an underground metro system, but that's not the case here. I think we got lost a couple of times too, but that's the point of travel, right? And it was a good way to get our steps in, if that's your thing. Which all brings me back to this moment at this view. I hung around here for a very good while, having a reflective moment, as per usual. I was thinking about how grateful I am to be able to live here and to travel so closely, and it's really a privilege to experience these things. That's why I was so excited about climbing these stairs, to get to that view, because I didn't know that existed until I walked around and found it randomly. I was being so serious when I said I wanted to work there. Location is coastal, they've got a huge rainbow flag, it's an establishment all about languages, and Alicante is not super crowded like Barcelona. I really pictured myself here, and standing at the top of these stairs was one of the most important parts of my Summer in Spain travel series. I want to feel like this forever, which is why I'm talking to my camera and making these videos in the first place, you know? What do you think about transportation in Spain so far?
I love it. It's so practical, easy to access. I don't know what else to say.
How does it compare to transportation in Los Angeles?
There's many pros to having your own car. The traffic is just horrendous. And it makes it a lot easier. And to get from one part of the country to the other, that's even better. That's something that we need in the US. It's so big. We need more transportation to be able to go to other cities.
What do you think about Spanish people so far?
They're really similar to Latin Americans in a sense. Yeah. Like that same kind of like that same hospitality. Not the same, but like a little less, but still they're really pleasant.
How do they compare to Latin Americans where you're from?
I feel like in the European sense they're a lot lot more closed off here. But I think it's more of a European
Ah,
thing.
it's continental.
I like it. You know, I really like experiencing it. Yeah. Period.
I love how the first thing that you open is the cafeteria menu. One more time.
I need something bubbly.
I don't know if this is normal in Spain, but this train is like 45 minutes late. And we still have to connect to another train.